out of the body. Center for Consciousness Studies.
Olá, agora nós estamos iniciando o segundo dia.
Hello, we will now begin our second day of our mini-course on reincarnation. I had already said that our work is an enlightening and questioning work, where you can feel free to send emails and say what you think about his content, about the things we're explaining, if this information helps you somehow or not. It will be good for us because this is a relationship, and we believe, I personally believe, that we evolve through relationships. But let's get started. Today, our focus, our topic today is birth. We will talk about birth, and you that are listening to me right now, will understand how the birth process happens from the moment when the mother is pregnant, expecting a baby. First of all, when a woman gets pregnant, the first thing that happens is the formation of an etheric double sheath, where the baby, the fetus, will develop. This etheric double is the same one we carry for the rest of our lives. Just for you to know what it is about, maybe you have seen this already. Sometimes we are looking at someone and we see that luminosity around their body, a luminosity with 1-2 centimeters. It varies from one person to the other. It depends on the vitality level of that person. But this is the etheric double. The etheric double has the aspect of the physical body. Actually, it is inside the etheric double that our physical body is developed. But let's go back to the mother's uterus, where she is starting her first days of the fetal development. The cell division happens and the etheric double follows the growth of the baby in there. But you can think of it like this. When the woman is pregnant, when the spirit is already there, and, well, when you got pregnant, the child is already inside the mother's belly. This is not how it happens. It does not happen the way we learned. In some religions, some institutions in general, some sects, we learn that, when the woman gets pregnant, the spirit is already there to be born. But this is not how it works, based on the experience that I have had my whole life, mainly for working with disincarnation for many, many years. What actually happens is that the spirit will be by the mother's side while the etheric double develops. From a given moment, this etheric double, when the umbilical cord develops, it also creates a link with the psychosoma, which is the spirit, that is, the spirit is by the mother's side. This is something. So, you, who are a mother, who is expecting a baby, know that, by your side, there is a spiritual consciousness that, in the future, will be your son or daughter. But this is very cool, because it also explains why kids, when they are born, often show resentment about their father's or mother's reactions. For example, an aggressive mother or father ends up creating, in their baby, some difficulties to the point that, up to the 3rd month, the child can give up, and this is when the miscarriage happens. Do not feel scared. Oh my God, I lost my baby. Your baby probably did not resist what is going on in your house. For example, a home where the parents fight a lot, with a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of violence, bad mood, and that consciousness that is inside a body that is much more fragile, feels that a lot, and says, I cannot be born, I will not handle it. Actually, we are always born where we truly belong. We cannot be super evolved and be born in a place less evolved. This only happens with very advanced consciousnesses that come with a mission, and they go exactly where everyone will need it, which is a whole another story that we will talk about later. But this is the routine of the births. Consciousness comes and stays with a family of which the egregor is very similar to its own. In fact, when the child gives up, it is because they know they will not handle that. And the mother does not need to worry for having had a miscarriage. She says, "Oh God, I had a miscarriage." No, maybe this is the right moment for you to review the way you have been acting. We create, either directly or indirectly, situations that cause everything that surrounds us. For example, we cause our own diseases, either directly or indirectly. It is something we will talk about later so that you can better understand it. But you think that your relationship with your husband or wife is really dysfunctional. How does that happen in the spiritual world? Who are the consciousnesses that accompany someone when this confrontation, these conflicting situations happen? That gets really bad. Energy exteriorization is a very violent exteriorization. Aggressiveness energy contaminates the area and harms everyone, but we do not want to see it. We say, we fight, but we love each other. There is no such thing. From my point of view, there really is not. Loving is a different context, is a peace context, a context in which you truly live the energetic linearity. It is a whole another story. You do not have to compete with anyone. You simply interact in a peaceful way. Well, the child, up to the 3rd month, actually can give up. So, from my own perspective, and I know this is a very controversial opinion, when the mother says, "But I would like to not have this child, I cannot provide for them," the general idea is that, when we do it, we are putting an end to a life, a child's life, etc. However, up to the 3rd month, the child is not in the physical body yet. They are not inside, but outside the fetus. Sometimes, up to the 4th month, they are not in the physical body. They are connected, along with their mother, to that fetus that one day will carry them. We carry our bodies with us, our spirit carries our bodies, and will take the physical life's path. However, this is a moment of transition, that is, up to the 3rd or 4th month, you can have an abortion, whether it is a decision made by the mother or the spirit. After that, it gets much harder, and the child has already accepted to be born. I say, child, because they will be born as a child, but no one is born as a child. We all are hundreds of years old. When you are born, you are a physical year old, but you are actually hundreds of spiritual years old, and we must be aware of that. And you are born with all the emotional charge from the past life. That is why some kids are kinder, others are more aggressive, bolder, more invasive. It all has to do with the past life and with the family interaction. That familiar context that can cause that child to have that internal situation. It would be the birth journey. You will say, but is that all? No, of course not. Let me go back a little bit so that you can understand it better. If the person is in emotional contexts, and by emotional contexts, I mean, you still feel rage, unpleasure, you still have feelings of revenge, you hold a grudge. These things we feel and we think are normal. We think they are, but I say they are not. I say they are common. Being normal is a different thing. Normal is being good, balanced. I believe, I may be mistaken, that being normal is pending to balance. I do not think anything is perfect, but pending to balance. Then, if you still feel emotionally able, you have supporting consciousnesses that are like supervisors or coordinators of birth and death. These spiritual supporters will provide you with the choice of a group. But they will also guide you through your life's journey, because you cannot do it while being an emotional consciousness on your own. Do you know what I mean? So, you may say, when I am in this process to born, will someone come and talk to me? Yes, these consciousnesses come closer and present you with the birth situations, and then, using your free will, you will choose a path for you. But do not forget, they will also talk to you about the best path. This way you can grow, you can evolve. This is important to us. You do not get here and simply will not grow. Something very serious happens. The birth moment, as well as the death moment, are traumatizing for us. So, at the birth moment, the trauma of birth will make you forget everything you had arranged. This is the most common thing that happens, because we are involved with many emotions, many emotional charges. The death moment is traumatizing as well, because you lose everything, including yourself. You lose your body, which is yourself. Then you forget many things. These are two very important moments. But you were born with a script for life. This script is provided by the supporters of existential programming, and it is crucial that you understand that, in order for you to take the path about which you agreed with them, you have to feel. You have to try and feel what is the best path, because we easily take the emotions path, the numbness path, which is very common. There is nothing more common than that. You know what is right, but you do what is wrong, hoping that the wrong action works out fine. This is how we act. You get involved with people that also will not help you very much. This is how it goes. Our journey is wonderful. Let's see. You receive guidance from spiritual supporters, who are very advanced consciousnesses and know exactly what you should do to grow, even if just a little bit within what you are. Each one of us can grow more or less, depending on our internal ability. So, this is a path you take being guided. But I will talk about it again, because I will keep talking about birth. We will talk a bit more, because I consider it very important. When we start to talk about past lives and such, you will see how everything makes sense, and it is very good for us to know about it, right? So, today is the second day, and let me tell you something, our website is on the description of this video. Write it down because you can contact us, send us emails and we will talk to you. See you on the third day, where I will still be talking about birth.
Até o terceiro dia, onde eu falarei e continuarei a falar sobre o nascimento.
More on this topic. Refer to our study materials, astral projection, chakras, human behavior, clairvoyance, past lives, reincarnation,